Well, welcome everyone. It's good to be back. Hope you've had a great 2 weeks and have been enjoying a lot of Cellercising. Cellercising is fun. We want to make it fun. We want to enjoy the journey, but we also want to get results. And so tonight, I want to encourage all of you to get your Cellercisers out and get ready to join me, because we're going to work more on stomach exercises, and I'm going to show you some of the tricks that we can take to really target this area, strengthening it while we can also lose weight. So hope everybody's able to hear. Can they hear? I can't tell.
They should be. Give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear.
And so we'll just keep watching for those
Good.
thumbs ups.
All right. I'm going to read a couple customer reviews. We had some beautiful ones today, or this last couple weeks. I'll go ahead and hold both of them. Okay. Terrific. And you know, keep sharing your reviews, because it really is making a difference. This is from Yali, and thank you, Yali. She says, I had a knee scraping, broken cartilage pieces around my kneecap removed and shaved to smooth. So after recuperating, my workouts had to change. I was a lover of Insanity by Shaun T, lots of jumping, but the doctor said not for me, no running either. So I researched the best way for me to cross-train without the hard impact on my knee. I watched a YouTube video on how good of a cardio workout you can get from a mini trampoline. So I bought one for $50 at Walmart. Big mistake. I had such a hard time assembling it, bands, I gave up and went back to YouTube. I found a review of David Hall's Rebounder. Yes, an appropriate name for an adult tramp. When I heard how important it was to use a quality tramp so you don't hurt yourself, mainly your back, I looked at the piece of garbage that I bought in Walmart and immediately returned it. Though I found the Cellerciser a little pricey, in good faith, I trust the creator of this great product and the quality in it. I love this thing. It's mine. I don't allow the grandkids to use it, so they understand it's my toy. The benefits are incredible. I feel tightness in my core. I love feeling light on my feet. And my greatest achievement is the 291 cholesterol is now 229. That's why I need the cardio aspect. No damage to the knee. Yay, I never stop. Thank you, David Hall, and God bless you and yours, Yali. Thank you, Yali. Thank you for sharing it. I've got some more customer reviews that are going to be phenomenal. I want you to be staying in tune, because I've asked some of them to actually put it on video. And I want you to see them and see the results. Some of them have been with me now for 20 years. Incredible. Okay, this one's from Natalie. And she says, a few months ago when I saw my doctor, she told me I was diabetic. Not the news I wanted to hear, but I knew it was coming. She wanted to put me on medication right away, and I told her no, I would find a way to turn this thing around, knowing I only had a few months to accomplish this. It was hard work looking for the right answers to turn this thing around, and I prayed for the answers to help me. I was out of shape and overweight and weighed 201. In researching, I came across the Cellerciser, did my due diligence, and decided to purchase it and received it on 5/16. I love my Cellerciser, and I would health bounce every day for 10 minutes, 2 and 3 times a day, and sometimes more. But I had more work to do on my diet, which was another challenge, along with not drinking enough water. My diet is a work in progress and improving upon it every day in every way. I like that. And drinking more water. I went to see my doctor this evening, and she told me I was no longer diabetic, and I had lost 11 pounds and my blood pressure was down. She was amazed. She was amazed I did it, and told me to keep doing whatever I'm doing, and we'll see her in 4 months. I love this journey and this group. Thank you, Natalie. All right. Questions? Christine,
you ready
come
for
on
some
over.
questions?
You bet.
Okay. All right. Do you really get to? Oh, let me start again. Do you really? Okay. Okay. Do you really get and maintain your level of fitness using only a Cellerciser 10 minutes a day? I'm looking for a realistic expectation on what I should plan for a daily workout.
Yes, 10 minutes a day is what I've done for 30 years. It's not the amount of time, though. I've got to really reiterate that cells don't have watches. Time means nothing to the cell. It's how we challenge the cells within the amount of time that's going to cause the cells and the body to respond by adapting. So even though you can do a longer period of time, and it has its benefits, more of an intense routine as you improve in your ability to be intense will also increase metabolic processes for a sustained period of time, which helps to burn more calories even after you stop the routine. So even though it's only 10 minutes, the intensity of those 10 minutes carry on for a lot longer period of time. So it's just literally, it's a journey. Just enjoy it and play on it. And this morning I was more intense than I have been for a while, and it just happened. It felt good. I didn't have to work hard at it. I just wanted to do it. That's what I want Cellercise to be for you. Just something you want to do, not that you have to do. Even though I think we do have to do it. I want you to want to do it because you feel better, you perform better, and you think clearer. You have an ability to really enjoy and not have to be constantly fighting against issues and problems. Because as you continue to move toward greater health, those issues and problems, they'll just slowly fade away. And that's what we want.
Okay. Any news about the update of the Mr. Rebounder app?
Yeah, I've got some news. It's not the best news. The AOL or the Apple version is working, and we have updates that we're going to be working on. The Android version, I was hoping to have some good news today. It looks like we won't hear back from our technicians until tomorrow. I still hope to have that up this week. That's my hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We've had a little pushback from the old technicians. We've got new technicians that have come on board, and they're working through the issues so that we make the transition to the new servers and be able to introduce that so that the Mr. Rebounder app on the Android version will be as good in its performance as the Apple version. So thank you. Hang in there. Many of you have. We've had a few people that we've refunded your money, and I'm happy to do that. But again, I let you know that those of you who are getting in or who have gotten in are going to retain the $29.95 yearly fee as we continue to develop this. When we reintroduce it, it's going to be at the $49.95. So thank you for being with us and being part of the family and supporting us, because that's pretty much what you're doing. In the next few days, as we get the new version up, we'll do some testing on it, and then we'll make it available to the public again. There's been a great demand for it, and I just don't want to release it without knowing that it's going to be operating in a manner that everybody's going to be happy with it. So.
Okay. How long should I rebound for weight/fat loss? I hear people jumping for an hour a day.
Yeah, jumping an hour a day is fine. It's not really going to help as much as the fat loss. It's great for health. But again, it's the intensity. If you're doing an hour at a time and you're doing repetitions of intensity, well, yeah, then you're burning a lot of fuel. If you're doing an hour of time because it feels good and you're having fun and there's nothing wrong with that, you may not be burning a lot of fuel, but it's still healthy. The intensity is what we want to do. We get repetitions. We do the Jamba run or running in place, and then gently doing something while we catch our breath, and then doing another intensity. Every time we do that, the body needs a lot more fuel, and so it becomes a blast furnace instead of just slowly burning. And that blast furnace effect is the intensity of what we do. And the more we do it, the more we put our body through this blast furnace of intensity. It needs a lot more fuel, and it continues that metabolic process for quite a period of time, even after you've stopped. So.
Okay. What exercises can I do on the Cellerciser if I have stress incontinence?
Okay, we've talked about that in the past a little bit, and that's tightening the body, the Kegel method. You tighten for an isometric, and then you jump for an isotonic. So isotonic builds muscle. It's weight-bearing, causes cell membranes and tissue to strengthen their membrane. They get bigger and stronger. So that tightening and then jumping is weight bearing on the sphincter muscle. And as that sphincter muscle gets bigger and stronger, it can help with that whole process.
Okay. This one's kind of a twofold or two response. Why do my toes go numb while jumping on the Cellerciser? And then someone responded to that saying they would like to know too, but they have neuropathy and it seems to act up on the Cellerciser and would love to understand why.
Yeah. Cellercise is really good at exposing or helping to expose weaknesses. And so if you have a propensity or if you have an issue there, our objective is to mitigate that as much as possible so that it doesn't continue to grow or spread. And when there are conditions like that happen over a period of time, we want to slow them down or stop them or reverse them if possible. And Cellercise, fortunately, it is weight bearing, but it isn't jarring. So if you were to do some of those activities on a hard surface, that might really exacerbate and create problems. And Cellercise can help maintain circulation. Now we've had improved circulation to reduce inflammation and promote greater healing. We've had a number of people who I've talked to who have had neuropathy, and they've indicated that the symptoms recede after about 20 minutes of Cellercising. So again, it varies, but Cellercise, it's not damaging, it's not jarring, there's not an impact, but it does expose weaknesses, and that's, I think, one of the great benefits of Cellercise.
Okay. How many deep breathing movements do you recommend working up to?
Yeah, there's not a really given number on that. The deep breathing exercises are designed to open up bronchial tubes, lungs, increase lung capacity, get rid of various different toxins or mucus and strengthen those bronchial tubes and lungs. So when you start off, we want to start off gently because it's a literal exercise, and those bronchial tubes can be sensitive. But as they get stronger and open, you can get 20 exercises in and out. That's a good exercise for the lungs. I haven't done more than that. You could, I'm sure, but I don't think it's not been necessary for me to do it. My lungs, they've said, are long. They're open and they're long, and I'm sure that movement has really increased that capacity. So.
Okay. So I have a friend who is doing 12 minutes a day on his new Cellerciser for the last couple of months. He has noticed several health improvements, but his main desire is weight loss. Using a stabilizer bar, he now can bounce fairly well, but alternating his weight from foot to foot is he's still unable to do that. So Jamba Walk is not possible yet. Anything he could do to speed up losing weight? He is probably near 300 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, the objective, we want to burn calories, lose weight. We can do a little bit of the breathing exercises. The increase of oxygen in the bloodstream alone can increase metabolic processes so we can burn calories more efficiently. And we need that oxygen to burn calories and utilize nutrients anyway. As far as the movements up and down, it's a gradual process. Until we can improve in our balance and in our strength, bending at the knees slightly as we're moving up and down is going to start to really strengthen the front part of the knees as well as the thighs. As they get stronger and as our balance improves, then we can graduate by either rocking side to side or simply bending at the knee, same position basically, and walking in place. We don't need to lift our feet up off the mat. We keep our feet on the mat and we push down left, right, left, right. So we always feel secure and stable while we're doing that movement. But by simply bending the knee and pushing down into the mat, we work the thighs, the biggest muscles, and we help to build up the knees. As the knees get stronger and our balance improves, then we can increase the intensity.
Okay. I want to do the back kick, but my leg strength and balance are preventing me from being able. Any baby steps you know of that would ease me into this exercise?
Yeah, I'm going to kick my shoes off, and we might need to adjust that a little bit.
I will.
Thanks, Christine.
Sorry.
Okay. For the back, it's very common for this area to be weak when we get started on a Cellerciser. And so those who are working this area, I'm going to do it from the side so you can see, often feel like they're not accomplishing much. And quite frankly, that they may not feel or be able to see the improvement. That doesn't mean it's not happening. When you lean forward toward the balance bar, you can think that you're lifting from the buttocks, and in reality, all you're doing is lifting from your knees because those muscles are weak. So as we lean forward a little bit, that's an isometric for toning and tightening, and then we just simply lift our heels up and down behind us. That's a nice beginning to slowly starting to lift more from the back as it gets stronger. And as it continues to get stronger, then we can lift up further, and it's more with the back and less with the knee. So it's just a graduated process that we can do.
Okay. All right.
All good?
Yes. I just was watching some questions come across, and I didn't want to miss them. I might have to go back through them. Okay. Good. Do you have recommended interval times for the Jamba Walk / runs? By that I mean total time as well as the active rest times.
Yeah, the active rest times are going to depend upon your ability to recuperate. Everybody's different. That's one of the advantages of the Mr. Rebounder app, is that you can adapt it to your skill level or your performance level. One size doesn't always fit all feet. It generally doesn't. And that can be the frustration of getting an exercise program for everybody. It's one size for everybody. It just doesn't, it really doesn't work. So I say that because depending on your capacity, and I don't want to push you beyond that, you'll continue to adapt and continue to grow. So my daughter, for example, and I've talked about her in the past, she was doing 20 minutes a night watching a program on TV. And she would do it every night. Well, in a month, she'd lost 10 pounds. Her metabolism had gotten so high, I had to tell her, you have to back off now, because I know what it's like when your metabolism gets too high. So it's a process, but doing an intense program like, doing the Jamba run, and really until you feel it, and then you stand there, lift your heels up and down until you have your breath. And then you can do another one. You can, do some jogging or some running. And when you're done, you can stand there, catch your breath, do the gentle twist, rock side to side, keep moving, because as we keep moving, we increase oxygen. We keep the oxygen moving through all the tissue places of our body and to the muscles so that we can continue our routines.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, intensity for shorter periods of time for weight loss, and then doing something, just keep moving until you can do it intense again. Again, everybody's different, but if you can do 20 minutes, wow. I've heard of some great results with people that do that.
Okay. I know that consistency is key to any program, and good eating is a must to lose weight, but to actually tighten skin, get rid of cellulite, and lose weight, should a person just do the Cellerciser with the 10 or 15-minute workout, or should you strive for a half hour or so? Would it be best to do short bursts of Cellercising throughout the day to clean up all the toxins in the body, or should I add a mile run or a long walk be added to the workout to make the progression faster? Do those toxins have anything to do with cellulite and flabby skin? There's a lot there, so.
There is a lot to that question. I really would have to go through it piece by piece. But as far as skin is concerned, that can be genetic, it can be environmental, both around us, if we live in a dry environment versus a humid environment. It can happen to do with the acidity of the body or the alkalinity of the body. There are so many different factors. One of the advantages, though, of Cellercise is that it does treat the body collectively as a whole, and so the skin and the collagen and the movement up and down helps to tighten, tone, and increase circulation, because it's all weight bearing. And as far as detox or as far as adding other activities Absolutely. If you like to bike, Cellercise first. Go out and you do your cycling, and then come back and Cellercise. Or if you like to do skiing or soccer or whatever it is that you like to do, Cellercise first. You'll have a better experience. You'll perform better because you'll be more balanced. And martial arts, same thing. And then when you're done, do the Cellercise again. I would sure love to have more time to do a lot more activities. I don't. And so I do my 10-minute routine, and I did it this morning. I do it virtually every morning. I like to do it when I remember to go home at night, and I'd love to do more. But it's literally, it's been wonderful. And for those of you who Cellercise, you know what I'm talking about. This is not typical exercise, and I tell people you don't need to work out when you can play in, so have fun with it.
Okay. Did you get those biceps from just doing 20 of those up and down movements every day?
Yeah. Yeah, they're, you know, I'm not a bodybuilder. They're not really big, but you know, for those of you who did it with me, you know, this is intense. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you can do more. But the neat thing about that is you're doing it based upon your capacity. You're not taking a heavy weight and tearing down to build up. You're taking your own natural strength and increasing it. And as it increases, so does your ability to push down harder and pulling up and down. And so it's just a natural process to have strong, flexible, healthy muscles.
All right. Does Cellercising restore stem cells? Have you had any study on that, or any?
We don't have any studies on that. Okay. I've had people that work with stem cell research that really believe that Cellerciser helps them in their practice. I don't know. I don't really understand all the reasoning behind that, but it definitely stimulates cellular activity because the cells are when you have stronger, healthier, more efficient cells, then you can have stronger, healthier, more efficient body parts and processes. And so anything we can do to improve that is going to be a benefit.
Okay. Can you just remind them how they can make a little selling to friends and family?
How they can what?
They would like to sell some to their friends and family. And you talked about, I believe, that was the affiliate program.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to just mention that briefly.
Absolutely. On our website, if you go down to the bottom of the page, you'll see affiliates. If you sign up as an affiliate, if you have a website, you'll get a banner or some banners that you can choose from, and you'll get they call it the HTML code that you put into your web page, and then it has a banner that will pop up, and that banner will track someone. So if they go to your website and they say, oh, this looks interesting, so they go from your website to the link to our website, it tracks them. And if they end up ordering on our website, it tracks that back to you and notifies you that a sale was made. So it's a great way to add an adjunct to your business. And another way to do that is to let your customers or your family or friends know that you're part of the Cellercise family already. Because you're part of the Cellercise family, if they order the Cellerciser through you instead of our website, you'll make sure that they get the upgraded DVD, the $40 DVD at no additional cost. You take the order from them, they pay you for the order, you call us up, and we sell it to you for $40 less than they would be buying it, or on the website. So then we drop ship it for you. So you can have a group of 10 people that gather together and watch the DVD. If you watch the DVD, it explains what it is, why it works, shows you how to use it, shows you what we do in our 10-minute-a-day routine, and then has the drop-down training menu that shows over 20 different techniques specific to what a person might want to accomplish. So you can become very skilled in what Cellercise can do as far as being able to explain it. And you do the strength and balance test for everybody there before the actual demonstration, after they've been educated, then you have them, you do the strength and balance test, then have them get on the Cellerciser for just a few moments as they're feeling all their muscles flexing and it's all weight bearing. Have them all sit down, and when they're done, stand them up again, go through the same strength and balance test, ask them if they have any questions. They will have been educated, they will have seen how it works, they will have seen what the 10-minute-a-day routine is all about, and they will have personally experienced it. When you ask them, do you have any questions, they're going to ask you, yeah, how do we get one of these? And then you ask how many people are interested. And then you can take the orders and then give me or my office a call. And once you've been paid for the orders, you pay us for the orders, you keep your percentage, and then we drop ship the units to your customers. If you have any questions at all, feel free to give our office a call and we can go over that with you.
Okay. So what is the weight that the Cellerciser can bear? So what is the weight limit for the Cellerciser?
Okay, it was 300 pounds, and we've increased it to 350 pounds, and we put a cross stitch in each one of the tabs in the Cellerciser to help support the heavier weight. The springs are phenomenal. Don't worry about that. I had a person who, on our older spring design, they were over 300 pounds. And the springs would, over time, they could stretch out. And they would replace the springs occasionally. But it didn't take them very long. They lost the weight that they wanted. And they've always told me it was worth the investment. Well, we have stronger steel springs now. We have a stronger mat. And people that are 300 pounds or more are not going to be jumping high anyway. So we have to protect the hips and the knees as they're getting exercise. And what better way to build up that area and strengthen those supporting muscles and ligaments than Cellercise? I don't know of anything that's going to do better. It's still weight bearing. Call if you have any questions. If I can help you, I'm more than happy to. If you need a special routine, if you don't feel the DVD has addressed your concerns, that's what we're here for. We're part of a Cellercise family. And we're here to support you because the objective isn't the Cellerciser, it's helping you get results.
And then someone just asked, there aren't any issues using the Cellerciser if you're underweight, right? Because there are some people really trying to put on weight, but a lot of people focus on the weight loss, and so...
Don't do the Jamba run, okay? Okay. Don't do that. You can do virtually everything else to help build up muscles, but not just... Some aerobics is good. I wouldn't do much. I had to stop doing the Jamba run because my metabolism was too high. So.
Okay, and then the last one that I'm going to grab off of here, and then we'll move on to our stomach portion. Is there anything you can do for Achilles tendonitis? They've got it in both feet.
Okay. Again, that becomes a medical question. So I have to say consult with your doctor or have your doctor call me or take a look at the videos. But some of the routines, we want little movements. We want to reduce inflammation, increase circulation and strength, promoting healing without creating a negative effect. So bending in the knee slightly, rocking side to side doesn't bring the Achilles tendon much into play, but it creates movement. And as the feet are going down into the mat, you can start to push more with the heel. As you're pushing down more with the heel, you're working more of that Achilles tendon to help create some stretch. And you can feel that. There's a difference when you're in the front part of your foot versus going into the back part of your foot. If you're people that want to build up their arches, and I've talked to many people that had flat feet until they started Cellercising. And by lifting the heels up and down, we start to work the arches of the foot as well as the calf muscle in different areas. So those should be helpful. I wouldn't necessarily, especially if you're dealing with Achilles issues right now, do all the different movements on the Cellerciser until you feel stronger and that's more flexibility. This one here, for example, that can put a little more stress on the Achilles tendon. We probably don't want to do that until we build that area up.
Okay, so that looks like that's all the questions for right now. So
all right.
Make sure your Cellercisers are out.
Okay, guys, let's work on building up our stomach muscles, because that we can build them up. Now, burning the weight around the stomach, we're going to want to do Jamba runs. We're going to do the things that increase metabolism, because even though you can have strong stomach muscles, it doesn't mean anybody's going to be able to see them if you have a layer of fat there. And the stomach muscles are too small, really, to burn off the weight. So we want to burn off the weight by doing things like the Jamba run. We want to tighten and build up the muscles, though, by some of the techniques I'm about to share with you. So increasing oxygen, nothing wrong with that. Doing the opening up those bronchial tubes and those lungs, increasing that oxygen is good. And then we're going to do this in graduated movements. So if you're not comfortable, don't stick with one of the easier movements. But when we start, we can start just by jogging, lifting your knees up. That's working the core. Now, you're not going to do this on the ground, but on a Cellerciser you can. When you really lift those knees up, here's a secret. Think of a button, a large button right in your belly button area. And it has a string on it, or a little rope. And as it goes through your stomach, through your back, think of it as somebody pulling on that rope so that your stomach tightens here while you're doing it. You want to hold that tightness right there as you're doing the run. That's an isometric. It's also an isotonic. But when you really tighten them, you get stronger at being able to do that. Those muscles are going to grow a lot stronger and faster, and it's also going to help burn more calories, more weight. So this is one. Now, as you get stronger and you're holding that stomach, so let's do it. 1, 2, let's do a few of these. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pull on that stomach, pull on that string. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Pull. 29. I lost count. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay. You should feel that, even just 50 of them in the lower stomach area. And if you're pulling right, you'll begin to feel it in the upper stomach area as well. Okay, the next one, just bounce for a moment. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath. And then what we're going to do, pretty much the same thing, but we're going to increase the intensity by tilting a little bit backwards. And as we tilt backwards, we're going to leverage more weight from underneath the chin all the way through the abdominal region. So it's not limited to a small group of muscles now. Now we're dealing with more muscle because of that leveraged position, and you'll feel it more. So we're going to do that. Same thing, get some breath. Don't do too much. I don't want your lungs to get sensitive. And now we're going to jog at an angle. So I'll let you do that with me, and we'll just go to 50 again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go slow if you have to. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pull on the stomach. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, and we'll feel that more in this area through the leverage as well as the stomach area. And if you're tilting the head back a little bit, you're going to feel it more underneath the chin too. So let's catch our breath, and we're going to take it to the next level. This time, what we're going to do is we're going to do the front kick. And again, I want you to think, and this is harder to do if you're not staying aware of it, is tightening, keeping those stomach muscles tight while you're doing it. Again, isometric with isotonic for building. So now, I hope everybody's ready. Okay, we're going to kick our legs out in front of us. And if you're not comfortable doing that, do it with us, but just do the jog where you're lifting your knees up higher. Or if you're comfortable just tilting backwards a little bit. But this one again is a little more advanced, a little more leverage. Key, tighten the stomach. And he goes, we're ready, we'll do 50 of these too. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And you can regulate the leverage, which can in turn regulate the intensity. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And again, you'll feel it. Now, when you get good on a Cellerciser, you're not going to feel the soreness. Don't think that doesn't mean it's not working. It just means you're not tearing down to build up. You're not building up the lactic acid. You don't have the downtime or the recovery that you would with typical exercise, because the body is pumping the lymph system as you're moving up and down. So it's flushing out that lactic acid. It's increasing oxygen and blood flow to those areas of the body. A variation of that would be, and you know about the side to side, and that's good for the hips and the obliques. I don't recommend that movement if your knees are weak. Let them build up first. But kicking catty corner will work more on these muscles along the side so that they show up more. And that's done by kicking out more at an angle this way. So it's kicking out to the side, and you can feel those muscles, how tight they are when you're doing that. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't kick the bar. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Pull the stomach. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And again, you should feel that. Okay, now we're going to do more advanced. So we're going to do the sit and bounce. And this, can they see me all right?
You know what? Let me just double check here. Thank you.
All right. All right. So with the sit and bounce, we have graduated movements. Women who want to tighten and tone the lower abdominals because of childbearing years, and having had children or several children, this is a great way to strengthen the core by tilting backwards slightly, so we don't have the vertical movement up and down. We're back more, so that all the supporting muscles around the lower abdominal wall are an internal connective tissue can get stronger and have more support. So we can start off by putting our hands right next to our hips, gently bouncing up and down. You can support your back with your hands when you begin. As you become stronger or you feel comfortable, you can take away your hands and bounce a little more. So we'll do 10 of these. 1, tilt backwards a little bit as far as where your comfort level is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and pull on that stomach. Okay, now we're going to lift the right leg to leverage weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's all in the lower abdominals. Now we're going to lift the other leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, for those who are ready, we're going to lift both legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, for those who are ready, we're going to do the bicycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for the last, the crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is recorded. Want to tilt that up a little bit?
Yep.
That's recorded, so you can come back to that. And our Mr. Rebounder app has all of those movements. So you can create your own routine. And you can pick the amount of time, the number of movements, the number of repetitions. You can create a library of different routines to do different days of the week. When we're done, I recommend you get on the Cellerciser, do the gentle help or baby bounce until you have your breath. And this simply helps to restore homeostasis or balance. Now, that was an easier routine for some of you, and it was a harder routine for others. You'll be able, based upon your level, to pick the movements, the intensity, and the amount of time that you want to do on it. But that's how I've worked to get my stomach muscles back and to retain them. It's not that hard. Again, you don't have to work hard on it. You play on it. Allow it to work hard on you. Thank you, all of you, for your support, for your belief in Cellercise, for being willing to share it with others. This has been a 30-year-long journey of just joy in helping people reach a greater health potential. We all have one. You probably know people, and I'm grateful when you share these programs with others. We are pretty much still a grassroots movement, getting this information out to the public. And I did not want to do, as you know, the infomercials where I would end up compromising the integrity of the product for the message. We have a great product, we've got a great message, we've got a great customer base, and we love all of you. We really do. And thank you again for your support. Christine, is there anything you want to share? No? You're good? We're good? Okay. Then we'll see you next week. Thank you. Feel free to call us if you have any questions.